You've probably noticed this, but people are more inconsistent and unpredictable and stranger than ever before. They lie for no reason. They ghost, flake, cancel plans. They act awkward one moment, aggressively fake. They humiliate. And it's hard to keep up. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly why people are weirder than ever before and also how to protect yourself and stop letting it mess with your head. And if you're done with broken people, weird people, strange people in general, let's protect your boundaries, your peace, and your mental health. Book a free call with me. The link's in the description and in the pinned comment down below. 90% of the people that work with me, have emailed me, and get in touch are all complaining about other people. Either people in their families, people who they live with, people who they're dating, their colleagues, and so on. And it's the same old thing. I was lied to for no reason, they say. They betrayed me, stabbed me in the back for no reason. They ghosted me when everything was going well. They've left me high and dry. They flaked at the last minute. I've paid for a vacation and they're not turning up or answering their phone. They're really, really awkward. Like they say one word, they don't make eye contact, or they go to the other extreme where they gaslight me and pretend to be really into me and they're fake and superficial. I can't keep up. People like you and me, people who subscribe to this channel, my clients, etc., we're real. No BS. I cut through the crap, say it how it is, and we talk directly to each other. But unfortunately, most other people don't do that. With me, you know where I stand and where you stand. With like-minded people, it's the same thing. There are no games. There's no manipulation. There's no nonsense. But with the weirdos, the majority, they keep you up at night. They doubt you. You doubt yourself. They give you anxiety. They make you stress. They frustrate you. They ultimately confuse you because what should be pretty normal, pretty straightforward, the art of communication, yes, no, etc., direct answers, is not coming your way. You feel like you've done something wrong. You feel like you're the problem. You feel like you need to people please, beg and plead for a response and everything. And it's just that they're weirdos. They're idiots. They're selfish. They're not worth your time. The time and energy and the mental space you give these people, you discuss these things, is not worth it. But what's happened here? How has this happened? Why has this happened? Well, there are several key reasons and elements why they're weirder. But also, most importantly, it's not just that. It's the fact that people in general don't have a clue how to conduct themselves anymore. So if you take one thing away from this video, is to unapologetically be yourself and have some decency and maturity. Now, social media has rewired people's brains. Constant scrolling has made all sorts of people, not teenagers, elderly people, same age as you, all people, antisocial in real life. They're addicted to validation, but terrified of vulnerability. There's that famous catchphrase where a bully online, a cyberbully, will say or do just about anything for a phone, but they wouldn't even dare to do so face to face. And here's the other thing as well. You're addicted to being antisocial now. There's that famous photo of people out now for dinner, out for drinks, out in the movie theaters, and they're all on their phone. They're not conversating. They're not interacting. They're back into that online validation. To put the phone down, to put the social media away, to stop the scroll means you have to look someone in the eye. You have to manage your emotions. You have to step out of your comfort zone and be vulnerable. And like I said, it's very important to emphasize that this is not a teenager thing. This is not a Gen Z thing, whatever. This is all people. They've all been rewired. They're all addicted to the scroll. And as a result, they're antisocial. And also, they lack emotional depth. You won't get a straight answer. You won't have a fulfilling conversation, nothing. So don't expect emotional depth from people raised, born on, and addicted to the likes of TikTok. You're not crazy. You're just from a different emotional era. You might have grown up with TikTok yourself, but detached, because emotionally you want to be present and in the real world. Me and the missus, when we go out, we barely take photos or videos. We savor and enjoy every moment. And here's the thing. When we discuss those memories, when we discuss those places we visit, with our imagination and conversation, we picture it as if we're right there. We don't use social media. We're not blasting it all over the internet. And that's the difference. Nobody faces consequences anymore. Hence why people are weirder than ever before. So they ghost, lie, bail on plans, steal money, gaslight, humiliate, disrespect, cause a scene. And nothing happens. We've normalized disrespect and called it boundaries. People are more selfish, more entitled, narcissistic, and that word again, disrespectful than ever before. Not just in family dynamics, but to the general public, to other people. They're easily provoked and they snap just like that, and they cause a scene. If, like myself, you've been in a toxic relationship, you'll understand how no consequences at all allows these people to push the envelope to an extent and a level that is truly unacceptable. And then you become the parent. You become the police. You become the authoritarian, where you're having to say to them how to behave. And they're older than you. Having to encourage them to not be so chaotic, disrespectful, and so on. It's so frustrating. And every time you're let down, every time they disrespect, every time that happens, you brush it under the carpet and carry on. What you need to do is hold the line. Cut off flaky people without guilt. Don't tolerate rudeness. If they're inconsistent, unreliable, disrespectful, rude, it is not your job to save them or educate them, because they're never, ever going to get it. Period. Everyone is also overstimulated, but also underdeveloped. So they have short attention spans, very low patience, and no curiosity, and no self-reflection. Most people can't hold a deep conversation without getting bored, distracted, or shutting it down, or using the words that infuriate me so much, it's not that deep. The reason why we seek deep conversations sometimes, the reason why we want to have these conversations in general, is we want to feel heard, understood, and we want to connect. We want to reassure ourselves we're not crazy. We want to understand that it is inappropriate what we're witnessing. We want to feel validated in a non-superficial, non-digital way. And to be shut down like that and ignored means the weird people are doing the best they can. And your frequency, your emotional intelligence, your wisdom, your experience, your capabilities are much grander, higher, and more impactful. So don't lower your frequency. Get comfortable with being selective, and silence is better than fake connection. It's a bitter pill to swallow, but when you realize that you can get more understanding from hopefully a YouTube video, comments, and other people out there who might not be from the same country, age group, whatever, that the answers are indeed out there. Now, this is the most important point of them all. People are not weird or strange. I believe people are wounded, hurt. Behind the flakiness, behind the fake energy, behind the lies, behind the betrayal, behind all of this is deep-rooted fear. Most people are scared of true intimacy. Not just in a sexual context, but intimacy of vulnerability. Letting their guard down, their walls down. Most people are afraid of brutal honesty. I see it all the time with coaching. They say, oh yeah, I'm ready to do it. I want to commit. Okay. Then I tell them what they need to hear and they can't handle it. So they rather gaslight themselves and excuse it and run away and live in a world of fantasy. They don't want to show who they really are. Instead, they've become an amalgamation of social media personalities, people they see on TV, influencers, their worst traits, their manipulative traits, and their selfish traits. They are somewhat like a cocktail of shit, just a mess. And they've been mixed up for way too long. It is not your job to fix emotionally damaged, stunted adults. Wish them well and move on with your life. I did this with friends. Well, at least I tried to, and I failed miserably. I certainly did this in a relationship. Waste of time. As soon as I saved myself and moved on, everything fell into place. You are not here to save the world. You need to save yourself. So if everyone feels weirder than ever before, it's probably because they are. But you don't have to let them break you. You don't have to save them. And you certainly do not need to tolerate their weirdness anymore. So if you're done tolerating these emotionally stunted people, want to set true boundaries, want to learn how to walk away, want to know that you're not crazy and you're not the problem, let me help you. Talk to me. I know the answers. Book a free call with me. The link's in the description and pinned comment below. Remember, they're not weird. They're wounded. There's deep-rooted fear. Their ego, their insecurity is driving them mad. But life is too precious for you to be around weird people. Wish them well. Wish them all the best. And move on to a more peaceful, prosperous, healthy, happier life.
Hey, I wanted to create this short video as a word of appreciation and a recommendation for SCG. His way of being and communicating is one of a human who listens with his whole heart, who understands the general problems that plague us as humans often, and can understand the uniqueness of the way that things are showing up for you too. I totally recommend, if you're reaching out, if you're looking into having somebody who can listen with understanding and help you kind of bring different perspectives to what you're dealing with. He's a man without judgment, but also with discernment in a cool and helpful way. I really appreciate you, SCG, and look forward to further conversations. And for sure, if you're thinking of coaching with him, try it out for sure. Reach out.
Hi everyone. I don't normally do this, but I felt compelled to do so. So after watching countless videos on YouTube regarding heartbreak, I noticed that they were all similar and just reiterated the same thing. You know, go to the gym, hang around with friends, find a hobby, and all that other BS basically. And although, yeah, that's great advice, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't the advice that I needed. That's when I came across SCG's videos, and straight away I felt drawn to this guy. You know, he's been through it and he's come out a new man, and I just felt I could relate to him, especially with his no bullshit approach. You know, so I thought I'd reach out to him because I'm currently myself in a dark place and I needed some direction regarding how to move on from a past relationship. SCG was great from the start. You know, he told me things I didn't want to hear but I needed to hear. And it's helped me find myself again and to move on from it all and to rebuild and to come out stronger. And the way I see it, you can't put a price on your health, especially your mental health. So if you're struggling too, especially with heartbreak, or just like I am, or anything else for that matter, then please reach out to SCG, book your free consultation, and I can assure you, you won't regret it.
Hi, my name's Tony. I had a session with SCG and I just think that it was very, very beneficial, and he helped me work through my structure and path moving forward. And I really think that if you're going through something similar or having some, separate issues, like maybe mindset issues, any of that, he could help you also.
I think I really enjoyed working with SCG, and I recommend people should work with him because I think he's great, and also I think that he's a great person as well, and his content's really good. So make sure you do your one-to-one sessions with him, and he'll help you. And he's very honest, and he's very empathetic, which is always good when someone is empathetic when they're helping you or something. And I wish him nothing but the best. And yeah, you should do your one-to-ones with him and make sure you book it.
This is my testimonial for my 1-hour life coaching session I had with SCG Show, who I found on YouTube. I'll be referring to the notes I have here to make sure I cover everything I want to say. I was sceptical at first as he's not the cheapest, but my concerns were immediately put to rest when he presented a step-by-step detailed breakdown of my new life plan for me to follow immediately after the call. I found SCG very relatable, non-judgmental, and his deep listening provided a safe space for me to open up with honesty. I won't lie, his direct no BS approach made me feel uncomfortable at times, but was absolutely necessary to reveal my blind spots that were holding me back to become the best version of myself. What I appreciate the most is how SCG tailored the session to my specific needs and goals. After questioning and analysing my unique background and story, I feel he over-delivered, proving his genuine passion for his clients. Regarding both my interpersonal and professional challenges, he provided insightful guidance that empowered me to take positive steps with a clear path forward in just one session. For this reason, it's easy for me to wholeheartedly recommend SCG to anyone looking to create lasting change in their life. Truly, thank you, SCG.